Right, I'm filming this one more time because I've tried to film this 3 times, and every time I realize how slow I talk and how long it takes me to get around to the freaking point. So, this video is about mental health and mental illness and how I feel like there's no point seeking out help, and because if you do, there is no help. I'm sorry, I'm in a sarcastic phase because I just spent so long talking about, like 30 minutes too long, talking about this simple issue, right? I self-admitted to hospital in 2019. Got told that I have borderline personality traits. Okay, then I kind of freaked out about that, and I potentially think maybe because of the stigma of BPD, I was dropped from the system after 2 sessions with the psychiatrist. It was pushed to his limits because there's only one psychiatrist for the whole city region. Crazy. Insane. That's insane. Not mental illness is insane. That is ridiculous. I went away for 1 week and they dropped me. They knew full well I was going away for 1 week for my mental health. Never mind. So if you have BPD, I spoke to someone on Saturday when I was feeling great because I was like, oh, I should get some help because I want to feel like this more often than I feel terrible. And she even said to me, yeah, this is an unpopular opinion to talk about, but they don't really like dealing with people with BPD because of the... And I was like, yep. Now I get it because of Trisha Paytas and all this stuff and people coming and talking with her who have BPD about all of that. I tried to pay... Okay, so that was the public route. Privately, I went, okay, public system doesn't want me. Cool. I'll go private. No, I contacted about 6 psychologists who specifically deal with BPD, and you need to do that. You need to have a professional, because if you don't, like I saw a regular psychologist who I was telling some of the things I do that I thought maybe had something to do with the BPD way of thinking, right? And she goes, oh, no, don't do that. That's terribly helpful. So you need to see someone who specializes in it. None of those people, none of those psychologists either had the time or wanted to see me. I'm sure if they said they specialize in BPD, it must have been more of a time issue, but I even said I'll be on the waiting list for 3 months, however long it takes, and they went, no, there's no point, and never got back to me again after that. I don't know if you can hear this music, but I think Creep is playing. Well, that is appropriate, isn't it? Anyway, back to the point. Sad truth. The absolute sad truth is there's actually no help when you decide to seek it out. And I mean this is in my case, specifically for me, but I think for a lot of other people too. For me, therapists in general, who are just therapists and just counselors, don't help. They don't help because it's a chronic way of thinking. It's a chronic you know, it doesn't help for me to come and bleh to you, because the self-hatred is so deep. So you need someone, a specialist. Okay, now when you actually, even if you manage to find someone to work with, they go, oh, it's just talk therapy. This CBT or DBT, whatnot. I don't want to do homework for the way that's, trying to correct a way that I'm thinking that is apparently not correct. I don't think that's a great way to go about it. I think it has worked for people, I guess, and I'm really happy for whoever it's helped. I don't personally know people that have done it. However, I do know, after Trisha Paytas started talking all about this, and someone came up on TikTok who said they have BPD and they've been seeing a therapist for however many years, 10 years or something, and it never really changes. Like, yeah. So, what to do? What to do? I honestly don't see any point in seeking help. And I think that's really sad, because I would love to feel like I did on Saturday, which was hopeful, and I'm fidgeting and scratching too much, which was hopeful, and I just felt good for some weird reason. I haven't felt like that in ages. And I honestly don't believe that therapists can help me, because I've had these experiences. And I think my point is, other than just rambling on, that, right, there's so much marketing into, like advertising. People should get help. There's so much stuff on social media. Get help, just get help. And I think that sends a message. Get fixed. Even if that's not what people are meaning. Because there's really only one session available for you. Call a helpline. I've literally been told, okay, your time's up. Good. Public, I had 2 sessions with the psychiatrist. I really, really needed help. I self-admitted to the hospital, needed help. And help wasn't there. I sought private help, paying for it. So as far as I can see, there's a lot of, urging people, speak to your GP, do this. All GP is going to do is refer you through the public health system, which would have taken 6 months. I'm not kidding. 6 months to get me an appointment to see someone, or you have to get to the point where you are really gonna harm yourself and you self-admit, which is what I did. Or they refer you to a specialist. As we can see, that didn't happen either. What is going on? New Zealand has the highest youth suicide rate. Not saying that I'm a youth, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is part of the problem. You say a lot about people should get help. There's actually no help, regardless of if you have money. Is this just specific to borderline personality disorder? I don't know. If you have any experiences, good, bad, the ugly, write them below. I'm so interested to hear how it is different, the same, everywhere, anywhere. Whatever it is you've experienced. And if you're a person on social media who is, say, an advocate for mental health and well-being, maybe we should actually be pointing out what is wrong with all these, with saying, oh, seek help. What is wrong with saying, with posing like you're an advocate? Because if you're not willing to talk to someone when they come up to you and say, you know what, I need to talk, I need help, you're not an advocate for mental health. You're just posing. Don't be a poser. Be genuine. If you aren't in the space to talk yourself, or if you just don't care, then say that. I mean, ugh. So, bottom line is, for me, I don't see any point in seeking help. It's more just like, stay feeling shit because there actually is no one. I will end by saying, I hope there is help when you are mentally in a space to ask for help. I hope there is help. I also hope this isn't just a sad video, and in some way maybe anyone can relate, because otherwise, why am I doing this? I guess it'd just be whinging. Let me know your experiences. I'm interested. And if there's no help out there, well, then we can just form a community in here. I wish you well. Sorry for the sarcasm. I mean, what is this world? I don't know.